So I recently made an installation guide, a 6-part
Recently.
installation guide on how to
Six
install
parts.
Void Linux. Now, for any sane person, that guide would typically take about 1 to 2 hours to follow on bare metal. And I don't expect anyone to follow that guide because it's absolute trash. But what I
Oh
have done
yes.
instead is I have made a quick 300 line bash script which automatically installs Void Linux with a GPT partition table without a bootloader on any UEFI system. And it does though in a very elegant way, performs a bunch of checks, makes sure you've installed it properly, has quite a bit of customizability, and it's really
Absolutely.
everything you could ask for. Um, it supports muzzle, and yes, it does support swap partitions.
Mounting.
That includes
Oops.
hibernation, and as I will show you that. And let's just quickly go through this. So the first thing that you want to do to use this installation script is you want to take this command and you want to just enter this in bash, and this command will be in the description below. And I know that the gist GitHub thing is a bit long, but and if you're installing on bare metal, well, sad, but this will install Void Linux in 5 to 10 minutes instead of 5 to 10 hours. And 5 to 10
Oh
minutes is also
yes.
faster than some commercial Linux distributions. So let's just do this, quickly install the script. This command basically installs curl and updates xbps to install curl, and curl just fetches the script from GitHub. And there we go. Now the next thing that we want to do is we want to create we want now this script, if it doesn't see a packages.txt file in your slash root folder, it will automatically make one with base system in it. But if you do want a packages.txt file, what you can do is you can type you can create a packages.txt file or use a pre-made one. Type in the stuff that you want to install. In this case, I want base system and neofetch. And what I'm going to be doing is just running the script. I'll just do dot slash install. Now the script will warn you if you have like if you're sure you want to do this. I do. It will
Definitely.
perform initial tests. It says root slash packages txt found, and we do want to create a swap partition of 1 gigabyte and a
Did we already
128
do
MB
that?
EFI system partition. And now it's going to
It
install the
was just roll
packages.
off his tongue.
And that's it. It already created the file systems, it formatted them, it mounted them, it set up the xbps environment,
Mounted them.
all of that in less than a few seconds.
One.
And
Oops.
it's decently customizable. I mean, you can check the script, you can open up you can type in a comment if you want to do anything. And this is the
Comment.
longest part of the script, the installation of the packages, because and that completely depends on your internet speed. I have about
Trash.
I have For me the mirror serves about 10 megabytes per second of internet speed. That's
Serves.
decent enough, and it does the job just fine for most packages. But this can
Most.
take some time. And
Ah yes.
this
Time.
this script is pretty fast.
What is time?
So and this video is uncut, so let's just see how long this takes, and I will guide you through on how to use the script.
Uncut. Indeed.
Oh, it seems to be that we're almost done with installing the packages. And if you see that error, it's totally fine. That's Tracker reporting that it can't find proc slash
Totally
bounds.
fine.
Do not worry about that, it's completely okay. As you can see, EFI, it checks for EFI
As you
boot
can see.
manager, it sets up the root environment, it checks for BLK and now we can configure. So for our host name, this is going to be void VM, username will be, so it does add one user by default, it does not add many users, one user by default. You can add more if you want to. For me, username is K. And now, because it has seen that I am not doing that, I have my own slash root slash packages, it asks me if I'm going to be used do as sudo. This will automatically configure the sudoers file. If
Absolutely.
you do not have a slash root slash packages.txt file, then it won't ask you this at all because it knows you'll be using sudo. In my case, I will also be using sudo. It changes sudoers file.
But okay.
Now it asks for the time zone. For me, that's Asia slash Kolkata. And
Location
this
remain.
automatically links. And yeah, this is a glibc installation. It sets up the password.
Whatever.
And now it's setting the password for root. This should be, I'll just enter a quick password. Now it sets the password for the user. And now it should open up a NVI for me. This, and there's a quick comment here, only keep slash does slash sdax and tempfs if chosen. As tempfs is chosen, and swap will be added automatically. So I'll trust the script because it says tempfs and swap will be added. So I'll just write this. It finishes up, makes sure that swap is there, and now it's on its way to reconfigure the entire system. This will generate an init ramfs. It'll copy it, set up EFI boot manager. So let's just let it configure the system real quick. There we go, it's done configuring. And now it asks me allow for hibernation. Now I do not want hibernation, so I will say
Yes.
no. But if you do, it does have access, it does have um, support for hibernation.
Totally.
But I don't want hibernation. But and keep in mind, this option only occurs if it knows that you have a swap installed. Click no, it finishes up, it says done. So let's see, that was about 4 minutes. Now let's
Ah,
see how
yes.
quickly and if this is a working void Linux installation.
Yes. That's it.
As you can see, we booted into void Linux. It is indeed a working installation, and that was under 4 minutes, 5 minutes if you include the boot time, and with support for pretty much everything. And I mean, yeah, that's that's the power of Skitasium script. So thank you all for watching. Make sure to use that script. Leave a comment if you want
Definitely.
anything else. And
Like,
thank you for
share.
watching.